I guess first of all, I want to take this opportunity to wish my brother Dick a happy 80th birthday. It's certainly a great milestone that I hope to achieve in a few years. Sally, you want to say?
Yeah, just wanted to say happy birthday, Dick. It's so neat that we can be with you this way since we can't be with you in person.
Was I when I was thinking about what to say here, I realized that my brother Dick really had quite a bit of influence on me, particularly in my early life when we were together more. Um, I remember that it's probably Dick's responsibility that he had for getting me really interested in sports when I was a little kid. I remember he would be kind enough to go out in the backyard with me, and we'd play catch, and he'd hit balls to me. And occasionally he'd take me along when he was going out to play with his older buddies. And to me, these guys were giants. And so when I had the opportunity to play with them, boy, that was really hot stuff. And I really appreciated that Dick sort of taking me under his wing. I also remember that he took me to my first Major League Baseball game down at Old Shibe Park with the Phillies played the Cardinals. And I'll always remember that, walking into that stadium and seeing a real live baseball field right in the middle of the city. The other thing that Dick had an influence on me, and he probably isn't even aware of it, is that he got me started in engineering. Um, One day, my brother Tom and I were at the house, and Dick pulled up this was after he graduated, he pulled up in this gorgeous blue Buick, and it was really some car. And Tom and I were standing on the porch watching this transpire, and he turned to me and he said, "Yeah, see that? You become an engineer, you can have a car like that." And I thought, well, that sounds good to me. I think I'll enroll in engineering. And so I did. Unfortunately, it became a death march because I wasn't much of a student, but made it through and persevered in engineering for a few years and then decided that this wasn't really for me. But I did finally get that Buick, although it was quite a few years later. And I owe that to my brother. He was an influence on me, and I really appreciated the relationship that we've had. And it's unfortunate that we haven't been closer because of geography, but whenever we have a chance, we always play golf, and I always look forward to that. So, Dick, happy birthday. It's been a great 80 years, I'm sure, and look forward to being with you for many more.
Nice.
Hi, is this thing on? I seem to be having trouble centering it. Oh well. Happy birthday! You are now fourscore years by reason of strength, as the psalm says, and so thanks be to God for that, and I hope everything is great and you're having a wonderful day. I'd rather be talking with you than to you, but, give me a call sometime or I'll call you. And anyway, enjoy it, and I wish you fourscore more. God bless.
When Maurice Chevalier turned 80, a reporter asked him how he felt about it, and he replied, "When you consider the alternative, it's not so bad." Back in the 1950s, the only octogenarian I knew was Mom, and she wasn't in very good shape. These days, 80 is the new 60, if Uncle Paul is any example of longevity. Larry will be 60 in December, and, well, I guess that makes him the new 40. My problem with this phenomenon is that I have to play all these historical geezers, and I'm having trouble looking grizzled enough. In preparation for this tribute, I took a jog down memory lane and discovered that my memories of the old days of the family at Whitehall Road seemed to resemble a movie trailer, little snippets of scenes, people coming and going, while Eileen and Larry and myself are in sort of a Our Gang comedy, and the big pre-war brethren are doing big things like going to college, dating, getting married, joining the Army, the Air Force, and big things. Um, we young'uns must have seemed pretty spoiled in the fabulous 1950s compared to the pre-war generation who grew up in the Depression and World War II. I think mostly we were just in the way. I'm pretty sure we were loud and annoying, and I can understand why most of my memories of my elders involved being yelled at for some peccadillo or other. That's where you come in. You never yelled at us. This stands out in my memory and is reinforced by a crystal clear recollection of a day when, for a very good reason I'm sure, you did yell at us. It must have been a matter of life and death. I was devastated. But exceptions prove the rule, they say, and I survived. Now, time passed as time does, and we all went our separate ways. And now we're sort of like a solar system, each in our own particular orbits, far apart, yet not quite out of touch. Among my odd possessions, and in my line of work I have a lot of odd possessions, there's one particular treasure that though I haven't used it in a job yet, I keep it in plain sight, and it never fails to cheer me up with memories of those times when we all rattled around that big old house. You gave it to me. I asked you for it because you were in the Army, and in those days the neighborhood gang spent a lot of time in the backyard fighting World War II. Here it is. If I won an Oscar, it wouldn't mean as much to me as this old practice hand grenade. Go figure. Now, we may not see much of each other these days, but you are frequently in my thoughts. Ted reminds me of you. Engineer, first to get married, hardworking, sensible, good-humored, a good example. So, happy 80th birthday, brother. I suppose you'll go to the opera. At your age, Verdi was still writing operas, so try to keep busy.
Birthday, can you believe it? 80 years. Hard for me, too. I was remembering when John asked for pictures and I was looking through them, how much fun we had. Remember when at Christmas time we would sit up in the middle front bedroom and discuss what we had gotten for Mom and Dad? One year we came up short for Dad, so we filled a little pocketbook with pennies. I bet his eyes really smiled when he saw that package. And I was remembering when Dad and Mom used to take us up to Montgomery County Park. That was when it was really nice up there. We would swim. Dad would throw us in the water. Then we would have a picnic lunch, and you guys would go climbing on the big rocks that were around up there. You were always such a gentle person. You never hit me on the arm like Jerry did. He was a beast. And I was especially remembering one time at St. Francis when I didn't do my homework, and the fifth grade nun, I can't remember her name, but I certainly remember her face, called you in and asked you why I didn't do my homework. And you looked her straight in the face and said, "I don't know." And she sent you away. She wasn't getting any information from you on that. We had a wonderful childhood. We had a wonderful growing up, and you were such a gentleman all the time. I hope this 80th birthday is happy for you, with your family, and that you enjoy these bits of memorabilia that we've been able to send you. And Eileen was going to beat me on the head if I didn't do it, so now I have to call her and tell her I did it. You take care. I love you. I love Kat. And I hope to see you one of these days. All right. Love you, dear. Bye-bye.
Morning, Dick. Happy birthday. Happy 80th birthday, in fact. I don't see you. You see me, I suppose. I hope you do. And I'll just remember you as I saw you at the Tate's Grill a few nights ago. They asked, I remember some things about our youth together. There wasn't an awful lot of things we did in common. We went our separate ways for the most part. There were a couple things that I do remember from the past. The times during the Second World War when we'd go down in the basement on rainy days and build a bomber, or the cockpit of a bomber, and fly around dropping bombs on whoever we could find. I think it was you and Jerry and I would do that. Or the days we would split up those piles and piles of comic books we had and take turns reading them and comparing notes, I suppose. The one incident I do remember of us together was on Linwood Avenue when Dad was working on the car in the alley, and you and I were sitting in the car doing whatever, and suddenly the car started rolling backwards. Dad had to chase us down the alley to try to get it to stop. And I remember him reaching through the window. I think one of us took a whack to get out of the way so he could grab the brake or the gear shift, stop the car. But growing up was fun together. We didn't have a lot, but we enjoyed each other's company. We stayed out of each other's way mostly. Jerry had a pretty violent temper, as I recall, so we tried to harass him but not get in his way when he got mad. Well, good luck to you and have a great 80th year. I look forward to seeing you and Kat again in San Francisco, and you're always welcome to come here to Louisiana. God bless you both. Happy birthday, Dick. So long.
I'm sending you birthday wishes, my dear. I'd send you a bottle of wine, but that was so stressful last year, so I'm going to look into something else. But I wish I could be out there, give you a big hug. You're a sweet brother, even though I don't remember a lot about our time growing up. I think the first thing I really remember was yours and Eleanor's wedding because I was coveting that gorgeous dress that Marianne was wearing. Actually, I was coveting the headpiece. And I remember Larry doing circles on the dance floor. It was the best. I guess this was the really first big event that I ever went to, with all the pretty dresses and the great food, and it was just kind of a unique situation for me. And I, I really, I think the times I remember the most now are the times that, I spent with you after Eleanor died. And not going to cry. This is stupid. Um, and then you met Kat, and she's a wonderful person, and you kind of came alive again, and that was very special for me to be a part of, just to witness it. You got a great house out there, and I know you're looking to move into San Francisco, and I think that would be a lot of fun. You could, if you get a place near the ballpark, you wouldn't even have to get a ticket, just hang out the window. Can they do that? Anyhow, you have a great birthday. I love you very much, and hopefully we'll meet up. I'd like to come out and visit sometime. My love to everybody, hugs and kisses, and as Julia says, cupcakes and candy.
Hope you have a very happy birthday, Dick. Wish we could be there with you. Hope it's a good day. And hi to everybody. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dick. Happy birthday to you and many more.